Nicki Minaj Backlash. Don Lemon responds and explains in 2026. Nicki Minaj Backlash. Don Lemon responds and explains in 2026. So let's talk about this disturbed woman that goes by the nickname Nicki Minaj. We're going to talk about her going off on Don Lemon. We're going to give his response, and we're going to talk about the return of the Black Panthers. So this all started yesterday when Nicki Minaj decides to come out publicly against Don Lemon. Don Lemon is now an independent journalist, but he was on CNN for years. He's always spoke up for the African American community and the LGBTQ AI plus community. He is a publicly gay man. He's married to some guy. His husband is Caucasian. He's a Caucasian man, which is very interesting because a lot of times when you're married to a person that's of a different culture, you try to be real neutral because you don't want to offend anybody. Not Don Lemon. And even better about Don Lemon is his husband understands and supports the movement. This white man who has no reason to support the African American community, he doesn't tolerate bigotry at all. But anyway, Don was covering a story about ICE agents coming into the church. Okay, they are picking people up from hospitals. They are kicking people's doors in private homes. They're going to schools. I mean, this is history repeating itself. So Don was doing an interview talking about what was going on in the churches. Here's an example.
So right now it's kind of mayhem. We're not part of the activists, but we're here just reporting on them. Did they explain to you why they're here?
They did not.
They said that there is someone here in Easterwood, someone who is a member of ICE and he's a pastor of the church.
Our church had gathered for worship, which we do every Sunday. We asked them to leave, and they obviously have not left.
So this is what the First Amendment is about the freedom to protest.
It really was just a standard interview where you just get both sides of the story. He wasn't swaying one way or the other, but people know how he feels in his personal life about what's going on. So here comes Nicki Minaj out of the blue, posting Don, and then the next two words are racial slurs towards gay people. Don blank Lemon is disgusting. How dare you? I want that thug in jail. He would never do that to any other religion. Lock him up. Now, she is asking the white administration to lock up a black man for doing his job. But this shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. She has a clear track record of going red, okay? I mean, she talked about this in 2021, about being red then. And then when people questioned her on it, she said it was a joke. She talked about being a person that is not interested in having vaccines. She said that vaccines will make you impotent. And of course, she really showed herself when she went to the Red Convention just a couple weeks ago. Now, usually you shouldn't really get upset about a person's personal belief. You can believe whatever you want to believe. But the catch in all of this is that her audience that has made her a superstar and made her filthy rich is 98% African American. And the other 2% is the LGBTQ AI plus community. Now, how smart is that? Let's listen to Don Lemon's response.
So people have been asking me about responding to Nicki Minaj's unhinged, homophobic tweet about me. I usually don't respond to this stuff, but let me just say this. Nicki Minaj, stop talking about shit for which you know nothing about. This is out of your depth, by the way, and you are a homophobic bigot. You don't care about African Americans. You're not an African American. From what I know, you are reportedly an undocumented citizen, so you should be deported. And the other thing is that your family members, you have one family member who is reportedly a sex offender, the other family member, your husband or whatever, a sex offender is your husband, and one of them is reportedly a pedophile. And you have nerve to talk about me and what you think that I do? Nicki Minaj, get a life. Stop being a pick-me. You should have put a pick-me doll on that damn tweet instead of a Chucky doll, because you are nothing but a pick-me. And I choose not to pick you. And so should black people, and so should gay people. Shouldn't buy your music. Clock that.
Now, in all honesty, Nicki has shown a track record of being a very disturbed woman. What he said about her family, marrying a artist, married a guy that's an unaliver, her brother's a pedophile, is in prison to this very day for taking advantage of a 13-year-old. And she thinks nothing of it. She put the money up for his bail. She's still funding him while he's incarcerated. She's a very disturbed woman. And I don't understand some people who figure, throw your morals out the window if the beat is good enough. If the rap song is good enough, who cares about morals? And you really have people out there like that. They don't care what she did, what she supports, what she represents. They don't care. They love the song. But that's only 2% of her fan base. The 98 other percent, they are offended, and they have canceled Nicki Minaj. We are in a crisis right now. If you could watch someone get pow-powed in the face and you have no feelings towards it, something wrong with you. Let's just be real. When you could see someone kick in a door and take a baby, okay, a infant, to some detention center and you have no feeling on it, something's wrong with you. She made a big deal out of Nosy calling her son ugly, Papa Bear. Oh, that's just the worst thing that could ever happen. And she acted a fool about it, sued her about it. But you have no feeling about Jennifer, the person that your husband went to prison for R-ing. She's so upset at Jay-Z for not paying her for her venture of Tidal, but has nothing to say when disabled women are being pulled out of the car and kicked in the head. Not only does it show that she's very disturbed, it just makes no common sense. Your reign of being a #1 rap artist is gone. It's over, okay? That has been given to Cardi B, whether you liked Cardi B or not. Cardi B came through, and she's not even African American, okay? She's just a damn human being. Things are so bad right now in America. I'm trying to tell my overseas audience, it's just like the 1960s. And with everything that was happening this weekend, I'm talking about millions of people protesting, saying, we got to get him out of here. He's acting like his hero, Hitler. That's his hero. You know something's wrong with you when that's your hero. You're arresting presidents. I'm talking about in Venezuela. It just arrested the president and his wife, shackled and handcuffed them like they were common criminals, okay? This has nothing to do with the U.S., okay? But you wanted their oil, let's be real. And then not only that, you're threatening Greenland because they were our allies. I say were. We have no allies. Our allies now is Putin and China. Okay, it is what it is. And when I tell you what's been happening in Minnesota is a disgrace to humanity, I'm not exaggerating. Of course I can't post the video. They don't want that out the United States. They don't want you to know how barbaric things have become. It was just unbelievable. But on Saturday, when 2 teenage African-American boys, one's name was LaShawn James and the other one was Treshawn James, were arrested because the word was they're going after black people. They start kicking in black people's doors, pressing their faces to the cement. You know the usual things that they do to us. It got so bad that the Black Panthers had to come out of retirement because they got word of a strategic plan that was designed specifically to go after black people this weekend. And it all started with Treshawn and LaShawn. But the Black Panthers came out and said, not on my watch.
On October 15th, 1966, the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense was founded. Their mission, justice for African Americans and other oppressed communities. Well, what was timely in 66 is just as vital today. And in our featured story, it's an incredible piece of video. It's a message from the Black Panthers to ICE. And it's just what we need to hear today. They're black and they're back and they mean business.
No ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's going to happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig?
And the Panthers did what they had to do this weekend. There would have been a lot more casualties if they weren't there. They had their weaponry in their hands, and I'm telling you, ICE acted like they wanted to come up to them, looked at them, and kept walking. They did not enter the black community, period. But think about it. How sad is it? That's where we are now? We have to hold weapons in our hand to defend ourselves, to protect ourselves, to stop you from unaliving us? So as far as I'm concerned, Nicki Minaj canceled herself. Nobody wants to see her anymore. Take you and your songs and your backwards ways of thinking out of here. And so people are trying to protest Nicki Minaj, saying that she wasn't even born in America. She's from Trinidad and we need to get her deported. She will not be deported. She has a green card, a permanent green card. The only way she can get deported is if she breaks some kind of laws. Then she will get deported. But I doubt her scary ass will do that because she's all tough talk, okay? She ain't gonna do nothing. She's a deranged, unsympathetic type of person. I mean, she don't care about children. I mean, except her own. Of course, she was so upset because Nosy called Papa Bear ugly. But you could watch a baby being torn out of a mother's arms and taken away to some detention center. He doesn't even know how to talk. You can support that, but don't call Papa Bear ugly. And if you live outside the United States, please, please pray for us. Pray for us. It's worse than you can ever imagine. We are here helpless. Please, we need your prayers. We need your prayers. And as a quick follow-up to Don Lemon, now they are trying to punish Don Lemon for being a journalist and reporting a story.
We will pursue charges in this case. I see various crimes that have occurred. Exactly what they are, I'm not going to flag, but the FACE Act has been mentioned as one of the predicates there. In other cases, the Biden DOJ used the Klan Act conspiracy charges tacked on to the FACE Act in the case of protests outside abortion clinics to bring much longer sentences. So there are a number of tools available to us. Who funded this? What else? What other crimes may have occurred? Was there a use of the wires or the mails in preparing for this event? Did anyone cross state lines to do this? All of those are potential predicates for additional federal charges.
Yes, people, you heard correctly. They want to bring federal charges against Don Lemon for reporting a story. They don't need that secret out there. They don't want the rest of the world to know what's really going on inside of the U.S. They just don't want it out there. So he could end up going to prison for doing his job. I hope this video stays up. They might take it down. So you guys, we need everybody to spread the word. Let's try to get the word out there of what's happening here in the U.S. It's just a lot. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Until next time, bye for now.
Nicki Minaj, stop talking about shit for which you know nothing about. This is out of your depth.